today we're going to be doing a challenge. It's going to be mom versus dad. And the challenge we're going to do is we're going to each make a noodle dish. Why do you keep putting your thumb up?
Just show them that challenge.
Anyways, I've decided to make Wonton Noodle Soup and he's going to make
Stir-fry noodle with vegetable.
Now we're going to get all our ingredients ready.
So guys, right now it's gonna chop the red pepper, green pepper, and the carrot and onion and green onion, and I'll be back with that.
I'm making my own broth for this soup. I boiled chicken bones in here, about 4 pieces of chicken backbone, and I've been boiling this for about an hour. What I'm going to do is remove the bone out of the soup and try to get as much of, you see the fatty liquid on top? I'm trying to get that all out of there. And I'm going to remove all the bones out afterwards, and then I'm going to add some of the seasoning in it. So I've removed the bones out of the soup, and now I'm going to add the seasoning. First of all, it's going to be half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of sesame seed oil, and 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, and lastly I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of pork broth powder. And we're gonna let it continue to boil for a few more minutes. Now the first step to making my wonton noodles, I'm going to make my own wonton. It's going to be shrimp with pork belly. And the first thing I'm going to do is wash my shrimp. I'm going to clean it with a little bit of sea salt and baking soda.
Hi guys, I'm already with my ingredient here. So I'm just waiting for my challenger to ready, and we cook, see who's better.
I finished cleaning my shrimp. The next step I'm going to have to do is chop up my pork belly here and chop up the shrimp. So I finished chopping up the shrimp, and with the shrimp we don't want it too fine, we want it like chunks. And then I have my ground pork here, belly that I chopped up earlier. I'm going to add it to this. I'm just going to mix them all together. Now I'm going to be adding in the spices. I have here half a teaspoon of ginger that I finely minced. It's going in there. And then I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. A quarter teaspoon of sugar. 1 teaspoon of sesame seed oil, and 1 teaspoon of Shaoxing cooking wine, and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, So I finished with the chopping, it's all mixed in together, and now I'm going to add in my egg whites, which I need to separate first. And this, throw it in. And can continue to chop it a bit more. I finished with the wonton filling, and now I'm just gonna prepare for the garnishing and the bok choy that we're gonna have to put inside the soup. I have my wonton wrapper here, and I'm going to get some water and then put on the top edges here, and then I'm going to put it in my palm here and get about 1 teaspoon of filling. I close, close, and close, and then pinch. Okay? And I'm gonna do that for the rest of them. Here, water, water, about 1 teaspoon of filling, same thing. Just gonna close, up, in, and then we pinch in. So easy, see?
So now I'm gonna blanch the noodle just to soften it up. So I'm gonna boil 1 liter of water. When it get hot, so I just gonna throw the noodle in there. So the noodle is done now. I'm gonna drain the water out. Okay. I'm gonna throw in 1 tablespoon of oil, vegetable oil. I'm gonna throw my garlics in. So I add water, 1 cup of water inside the cornstarch. So I'm gonna throw my vegetable in. And give it a little stir. Let it boil a bit, let the vegetable cook a bit. See how this is getting thick now? The cornstarch. I'm gonna throw my oyster sauce. It's 1 tablespoon. I'm gonna go white pepper, 1. Soy sauce. Scoop of Beansprout. Now it's done, I'm trying to throw my noodle in. Now I'm gonna throw my sesame seed oil, 1 teaspoon, and 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce. It's done now, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put it in a plate and ready to eat.
So I finished making all the wontons here, the shrimp and pork wonton. With the ingredient that I made, it should make you about 30 wontons, and in 1 pack you get 30 wontons, so that was good. And I have my water here. I'm gonna bring it to a boil and I'm gonna toss in a little bit of sesame seed oil. When it comes to a boil, I'm gonna throw in a couple of the wontons. So the water's come to a boil, and I'm just gonna add a few of the wonton in here. I'm just gonna make about a few here. Just gonna toss it in. And we're going to continue cooking it until all the wontons start to float to the top. They're all done now, and I'm going to strain them out. Wow, look at it. I'm going to put it in a bowl here. And now we're gonna throw in our wonton noodle. The wonton noodle, when you're putting in the soup, the water here, you have to keep mixing it like this. This helps it loosen up. And we don't need to cook it too long. Just a few minutes, fine. The noodles all done, and I'm gonna toss it into the bowl I have here. And the next thing I'm gonna do is cook a cup of the bok choy. This one is fast. Just need to quickly blanch it. To that side there, and we're going to bring it over to add the broth. It's my homemade broth here that I made earlier. I'm going to add it to the soup noodle here. It's all done. Smells amazing. Hi guys, we're all done with our challenge here. I made my wonton noodle soup, homemade wontons and homemade broth here. And
I made stir-fried noodle with vegetable.
And we have here our special guest today in the video. We have our oldest son here, Tyrone, and he's going to be the taste tester, and he's going to tell you guys how it tastes and which one he likes best.
Hi guys, today I'm going to be taste testing my parents' food. So my dad made right here fried noodles with vegetables. At first glance, it's very colorful. He included red peppers and green peppers, which really look nice with the yellow noodles. So it looks good, so I'm gonna test it. So I'm gonna grab a bit of everything. We got carrots. Let me just grab some noodles first. Not too much. Grab some green onions. Grab the red pepper. I'll grab the green pepper as well. And I'm gonna try it. This is good. This was good. So what I like about this dish is that it's a vegetarian dish. So if you don't eat meat, this is a really good dish to eat. I also like the variety of different vegetables that my dad put in here. I thought it made the dish really good. Alright guys, so now I'm going to try my mom's wonton noodle soup. At first glance, I could already tell that the broth is going to be really flavorful. When I make ramen, it's just water, right? So this, I could already tell that she put a lot of effort into the broth. So I'm gonna grab some noodles. There we go. I'm gonna grab bok choy. Grab the small one. Obviously gotta grab one of the wontons. And definitely the broth. Alright, so I have it here. Let's test it. Oh my god. This is good. This right here. This is the stuff. The best ever. Let me finish this. So now I'm going to gather my thoughts and figure out which dish that I like the best. And we're gonna see who's gonna win the competition, my mom or my dad.
Welcome back. So Tyrone has tried our dishes and he's going to decide which one he likes better.
So after a couple minutes of gathering my thoughts, both delicious dishes, don't get me wrong. It was a hard choice to make, but I think that I'm going to go with my mom's dish, the Wonton Noodle Soup. Alright guys, if you guys like my parents' cooking video, please give a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you guys want to comment your favorite dish or what you guys think your favorite dish would be, please do. See you in the next video.